Hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to preface this video with a little disclaimer. I'm going to be sarcastic, so if you're easily offended by sarcasm, you might want to skip this one. Truth is, it's really not that big of a deal. I just feel like I'm naturally a sarcastic person, very dry sense of humor, and if I'm ever sarcastic on the channel, I feel like people accidentally get butthurt. I say accidentally because I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but people are a little sensitive sometimes. Anyhow, on this channel, I make a lot of tones using the Helix, and when I do that, I typically use impulses, own hammer impulses. Now I try other impulses, and that's because I'm a nerd and I like trying out different stuff. But I also get a lot of comments saying, can you make this tone, or can you make that tone, or how does it sound with the stock cabs, the stock cabs, the stock cabs? This is the sarcasm part. I'm wondering, you spent the money on either Helix native, or you have a Helix rack, or a Helix LT, or a regular Helix, or an HX Stomp. Just spend like sometimes $10 for a pack of IRs, $20 for a complete pack. I think you can get the Heavy Hitters collection for maybe $20-$30. Now I know, times are tough, believe me, I know when I tell you this. Sometimes you get to spend a little money on your craft if you want to get better at it, or if you're trying to improve your production. So every once in a while, when I have a few extra bucks, I'll buy an impulse. The nice thing about Own Hammer, which by the way, I am not sponsored, the more you buy from them, the more of a discount you get. They have a frequency discount, so it's pretty cool. Anyhow, I'm getting a little off topic. I'm a little rambly and excitable tonight. In keeping with the spirit of playing with my Solar Baritone, I created a tone inside a Helix for low tunings and the Solar Baritone with stock cabs, just for you guys that keep asking. So let's give it a listen. If you're into guitars, metal riffage, mixing, and everything in between, hit subscribe and follow along. I already did this once before, and I forgot to hit record on the screen capture. So I'm a little annoyed. Sometimes you just have one of those nights, right? Okay, guys, gentlemen, kids, let's go over this tone, shall we? So I have the input gate on. The decay is down to 10 milliseconds. We're going into the Scream 808 block, distortion block. The gain is set to 0, the tone is at 9, the level is at 10. Then we're going into the Rev Gen Purple. Yep, not the badunk. Insane, right? The drive is set to 5, the bass is set to 5.8, the mid is set to 8.6, the treble is at 6.8. Presence is at 7.3. Channel volume is at 9. Remember, that's something you're going to need to adjust for sure with your setup. The master is at 5. The resonance is set to 3. Aggression is set to 1. The sag is down to 2.2. The hum is at 0. Ripple and bias are both at 5, and bias X is at 5.7. Then I'm splitting it and running into 2 stock cabs. It's the same cab with different microphones. This top one is using the 409 dynamic, distance of 4. The low cut is 80 Hertz, the high cut is 8K. Early reflections are off at 0%. I pretty much think that's stock. Then, like I said, we're also running into the 4x12 Uber T75 here. If I didn't say that above, this is the 4x12 Uber T75. This is also the Fuber. This is also the 4x12 Uber T75 with the 57 dynamic. I'm sure you can guess what that is. And I believe everything is default. So distance is at 4, low cut 80 Hertz, high cut 8K. I have both the levels at -2 dB because we are coming in a little hot. Then I'm going into the tilt EQ. I have the center frequency set to 650. The bright is at 15, so 0 would be neutral, or we're brightening it up by 15. Then we're running into the legacy room reverb. Everything is default except for the mix, and that's at 15%. And that's just to get that little bit of, you know, sounds like you're in a studio. That's dry. You know. Then we're running into a parametric EQ, but I don't think I'm necessarily doing anything. Now, when I was recording before and realized I wasn't doing the screen capture, I was playing with this, but I had this on, I wasn't doing anything. I was experimenting while I was creating the tone with the high cut. So this is how it is. This is how you heard it. Okay, and if you just turn on this high cut, like I'm saying, like just boom, turn it on. So it's at the top, it's 20K. Just having that on at 20K rolls off some highs. So we'll do it off. Just barely on. So, those of you who are complaining that everything's always fizzy, shut up and adjust this. You can play with the high cut. That's what you would do in normal real life anyhow. You know, and you can play with it to kind of suit your ears and your overall mix. Sounds good. For me, you know, I'll probably keep this off and then make the adjustments in the mix. Pretty tight. There's a little bit of flub there. Yeah, sounds good. See, sometimes I play with stock cabs. All appropriate links down below in the description, including links to my music. And if you dig what I'm putting down, hit subscribe and follow along. Fact of the matter is, I think it sounds pretty damn good. Now, of course, this is very subjective. Tones are subjective. The nice thing about using this stuff, when I share how I set something up, is that you can tweak it to your setup, to your ears. So by all means, do that. Make the adjustments you feel like you need to make. And don't get butthurt just because it doesn't sound exactly how you think it should sound. It's my video after all. Okay, all sarcasm and joking aside, I really hope this video helps some of you guys. I hope you like it. I actually like this tone. I'm gonna be jamming on it for a while. I'm gonna play around a little bit more, experiment with mixing some of the stock cabs. I've done it before. This is like maybe the third video I've done with stock cabs, so you know, they're not throwaways. They're very usable. A lot of people make amazing tones with the stock cabs. I just like leaning towards the IRs because, and I'm gonna get hate for this, I think they feel differently when I'm playing them. The stock cabs feel a little clinical. That's it. But we're just having a little fun, guys. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to those of you who are supporting me over on Patreon and of course, members here on YouTube. If you're looking for other ways to support me and the channel, I do have music for sale on Bandcamp and streaming everywhere music is streamed. Also, every week we've been holding a late night Saturday live stream. And it's been a blast, honestly. It's been cool interacting with people, getting to know people. And at this point, man, we got regulars showing up, so I'd like to see you there too. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the kind words. Thank you for all the interaction and the comments. It really means a lot to me. You guys are awesome. We'll see you in the next one.